Yo, welcome back to the BST4 channel. We know what's going on, what's happening, man. Thank you guys for clicking the like button, clicking the subscribe button, and checking out all the videos and subbing to the channel, man. I do appreciate it, man. But let's get back to this build here. To keep you up to speed, right, I have a 4.65 speed in this Crown Victoria. Now I'm trying to give it a little bit more oomph. You could go with cams, you can do nitrous, you could do supercharger and everything. I do not have the money. The cheapest thing that I came up with, well, hey, let me just go get a turbo. The guy was selling a turbo with an intercooler, a very strong intercooler, for 125, 150 bucks with a wastegate that's not the right size for this turbo. I think it's a 38 millimeter. This needs at least a 50 millimeter on this turbo. So I ran into another problem. Flanges. Wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. Now, you figure that eBay turbos all have kind of the same flange, or there is a flange for this. There is none. I measured and checked out every website out there, so I had to make my own flange. Now, I figured out why this guy sold me a brand new turbo. Now, before I do projects, I always do a small project before I do another project. So what I started to do was, I chopped up my mini bike months ago and it was just sitting there dormant for months. And I said, you know what, let's go get some pipe, start welding. Because I got some new rod that I'm trying out and I want to see how well does it work behind the scenes. My son was here, I said, yo man, help me piece this thing together. So you know, we had got some pipe, we put another piece of pipe in the middle, we weld that, and then we connected all of them to do it the same. Now I'm down to the handlebar part right now, which I am trying to get it right. We have a situation where this is the old handle and there's a certain type of pipe that needs to be on there. And this pipe here is too big. Can't even fit a grip on it. So what we did, we weld the end of this, and now I'm trying to get the right length to match the other side, and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Alright, we got the handlebars on. Everything is looking legit. Now, I know you guys are sitting there like, yo, that looks legit. Basically just eyeballed it up. Yet again, I need to stop doing that. I really need to start measuring. I didn't measure any of this stuff. I just cut, put back, eyed up, and then I need to stop doing that. But it's looking good. I need to get a seat on there and I need to get pegs. That'll be another time. I got this on and going. So now, what we doing, this pipe here, I had cut this thing here, but I'm gonna need it, and I welded it, tack welded back on. Kind of horrible. I'm just seeing what I can do. This thing needs to go down a little bit more. You can see the holes that I put in there, and just testing everything out. I got to go clean inside here, and we're gonna go underneath this car and start seeing what we're doing. So we go underneath this thing here, and first thing we start to do is we start dealing with the bolts that I put in to hold the thing up, the flange up. That I had to deal with that. The hiccup. That bolt and that bolt, two different sizes. I didn't know that. I put this bolt on top. That started to strip because it was in the right joint. They're two different joints. I thought it was the same. All right, now I'm back to what we were doing. See, I came up with something, but see, it's a little bit lower than the oil pan. That ain't gonna work at all. So I gotta keep trying to figure out what's the next move. I had to use a old pipe from the Bronco, the 351 that I bought. It had a pipe underneath, so I had to go ahead and weld that. Some of those videos that you may see guys who's running automatics, they can make the thing so tight around the bell housing and it looks so pretty. I cannot do that. I have to run this. Oh, this pipe has to be away from that clutch slave, and then it goes into a collector, and then it goes out front. And once I weld that, and we came up with something like this. This is the right side, goes down like that, 90 degree, then another 90 degree Bronco pipe, a little small 45, some other small 45, and we tied it all in together with a stick welder, which is horrible. All right, I'm hard at work, man. You guys see the bolts are up in there. Better choice to use the stock stuff. Cut your cats, sell them, and buy some pipe with the damn money. That's the best bet. This old 2 sensor here, I put it in the wrong location, man. I wanted to put it up here, but you see that metal is soft as heck, and I didn't want to be bothered with it. But anyway, on this side, and that's at a decent location. It's not that bad. But man, this one's at a bad location over here. Now, I'm just gonna tack up the bottom half of this, and you know what I mean? If not, we just take it off and do it again. One thing I heard though, a weld cracked somewhere. Now I'm gonna probably take this back out, because I heard something, you know, snap, and I ain't like that. It had me a little worried. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that out and do some more stuff over here. And you can see the turbo situation all the way down here, all the way to the back. It's not quite done, so we gotten the pipe pretty good. This pipe here, I'm going to a bracket to kind of hold the pipe up, and I'm going to cut the end of that out. It's going to probably come right in that gap there. Still debating on muffler shop, because the muffler shop can really finesse it real good. I really want the back half of it to be like legit, so no matter what motor I put in, I can just throw in, you know, that situation. You know, you get what I'm saying. I just want that back end to be really right. I may still take it to the muffler shop. I mean, I did enough from here to here, and you know, it's looking pretty good. So all right, man, so the next thing I have to do is I have to install this HKS type of wastegate here. This is an eBay type. What happened was I warped the flange when welding. I blundered. Now I have to go buy another one of these. Now what happened was is that these guys were bootlegging the HKS wastegate way back in the day, and they had to discontinue it. And these are pretty damn good. You know what I mean? These models are very, very good. 50 millimeter. Now I have to get that cut, sliced, and put that somewhere over there. Also got to do some bracing and everything else underneath there. Now the intercooler situation, I'm not going to be doing this. Don't worry about that. I'm just was trying to see if I can use this thing here, and obviously I cannot. So I'm just going to get something a little bit more simplistic. Simplistic is good. It may not do the job efficiently 100%, but 75% will be good right about now. I just need something simplistic. I use all my brain cells to do underneath there. I'm tapped out. And also too, I have to go get this thing here. Because see this thing? I need a type that can be welded in, or coupler type deal. I need to find that. I need to get something for the drive shaft. So much, man. I'm trying to think while I'm talking to you guys. So much more stuff I need to get to finalize the car, but I do want to drive it. I want to see if the 5-speed is making noise. You remember, I did the 5-speed, just put it in, and then I say, hey, let's go do a turbo right in simultaneously. No seats are in. It's still basically the same way right now. You know, I didn't do anything. I didn't put no seats in it. Did nothing. So yeah, people can't drive around here. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Build Something TV, man. I hope you guys were enlightened in some kind of way, man. Thank you guys for the support, man, and hanging on with me with this build, and assisting me and pushing me, and just being brothers, man, and holding on, man, and supporting one another. And also too, man, you remember my homeboy who crashed my mini bike? You know, he had an alcohol problem. Well, he went to rehab in Florida, man. Hopefully he come back right. And anybody else who's out there who's dealing with something like that, depending if it's a dope habit, alcoholism, any kind of isms, man, you know what I mean, seek some help. You know, sometimes family may not want to help you because it got so bad they don't really want to fuck with you anymore. But man, grab a hold of somebody that can really assist you, man. Put yourself in a program, figure it out. Shoot, man, if you do have any problems, man, sit there, drop me a line in the comments, man. We'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Because you know, many of us have gone through it or going through it. I can't sit here and say I'd ever gone through any alcohol situation. I told you guys before, I used to ride motorcycles like that. It's crazy, man. That's why I picked up a new habit. And for those who say, yo, you got a lot of junk in your garage and stuff like that, well, I dropped one habit and picked up another habit. You tell me which one would you rather have. I'll take this habit versus the other habit that I used to have, you know what I mean, a couple of years back, you know what I'm saying? So, man, again, see something, say something, help a brother out, help a sister out, your family members, man. We all brothers in this, man. Just see, can you lend a hand if it's possible, all right? Let's check you guys out on the flip side. See you guys.